Hi guys, how you doing? It's Christian here again, fitness behaviour change coach. So, listen, today I wanted to come in with a little lesson using a couple of my own clients as case studies, as an example of how client one, and it's an example I'm going to give today, right? Client one, obviously these clients don't want to be named, and I totally respect that, right? Client one had a weight loss, fat loss target of to lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks. Okay, they achieved 20.4 pounds in 12 weeks. Okay, client two, we set a target to lose 60 pounds in 12 months. We split this up into 12 week mini targets, or benchmarks if you want to call them. Their target was to do 15 pounds every 12 weeks, and their target was to, by the 22nd of December, before Christmas, to hit 30 pounds of fat loss, so halfway through up the mountain, right, if you like. So yesterday we had our last coaching call just before Christmas, and they achieved the target of 30 pounds exactly on the 22nd of December morning, right? Now, on the call with this client, right, you might be thinking, oh, that's just coincidence, that's just luck and stuff. How did they manage that? They're just lucky. And in fact, this came out of the client's mouth yesterday. They said, well, the first 12 weeks that we did together, I lost 19 pounds, and it was lucky that I managed to lose 11 pounds this 12 weeks. So that's me hit the 30 pounds target. I can't believe it, right? It must be luck. And I said, excuse me, what did you just say there? Was it what? And they said, you know, it was luck. I was like, you sure? And then I was like, no, actually, it wasn't luck at all, right? And here's the thing, it's nothing to do with luck, right? So a lot of people tend to think that what I do, my job is to give people a kick up the arse, right? When people come and talk to me about losing weight, getting in shape and stuff, they think that, you know what, like, they come because they think that they need that kick up the arse, right? Which is true in a way, right? But in reality, right, it's not my job to kick your arse into action, right? If you're constantly needing a kick up the arse to get yourself moving, right, you're always going to struggle, right? You're not going to get far with anything in life, to be fair, right? I help people give themselves the kick up the arse that they need. Okay, you have to go and do it for yourself. I can't do it for you, right? I can do the work for you. You have to go out and do the work for yourself. So I'm going to share with you two strategic coaching methods that I use that allows us. My coaching is, most of it is psychology, right? We're using the power of the mind to help people achieve that lasting motivation, that lasting intrinsic motivation, it's called, right? The inner motivation to go out and want to go and do stuff and actually achieve the things that you set out to do, right? And actually having that confidence and that belief in yourself to go and do it, to go and actually want to do it. So it's not like a struggle where you get up and, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. You actually wake up and like, right, let's go and do this, right? Without second thought. So how do we get to this point in creating those transformation, right? So one of the steps that we did here, I actually shared an article this morning, on a football player, Andrea Pirlo, and he was a master at free kicks, right? And I read his autobiography a few years ago, right, where he goes on about how he used to sit on the toilet seat and visualize himself taking free kicks, right? He used to visualize himself taking those free kicks, right? So he used to mentally rehearse that in his mind over and over again. That's how he got so good. Then he used to go out and practice hitting the target that he visualized in his head, right? And that's how, time and time again, Pirlo used to 9 times out of 10, I knew he was going to score when a free kick was when he was up to take a free kick in a specific position outside the box, because he used to always hit it in the same spot, always in that same top corner, right? And the ball used to swerve like this, and he used to pick up power, he used to pick up speed, and it used to go right in that exact spot. Now, this wasn't coincidence, right? He'd visualized this, he had practiced this over and over again, and that's how he got so good at it, right? And goalkeepers actually knew this is where that ball was going to go. Okay, goalkeepers actually knew this, but he was unstoppable, right? They could not stop him. Okay, now this came through practice and visualization, right? Which takes me to principle number 1 that I use with my clients is clarity is power. Okay, we must have clarity of where we are going, what the target is, specifically the target, a tangible target, but then we must also attach the emotion to it, what we start to visualize, what it's like, what it feels like to have that, how life is different, how you're behaving, etc. And then we go out in practice and embody those behaviors, right? So principle 1, clarity is power. Then once we have clarity of where we're going, what do? Cars coming past. We must look at what obstacles have stopped you in the past and what obstacles are in the way, what barriers you've put in the way of your goal. Okay? Now, I'll have you consider that all of your barriers are up here. You have placed those in your mind. Okay? We must undo those barriers in the head. So what we do is we must become aware of limiting thoughts that are going to come up and stop you, right? Because here's the thing. This takes me to principle number 2. There is a quote by Seneca which says, awareness of wrongdoing is the first step to salvation. We must become aware of what we're doing wrong, okay? We must become aware of limiting thoughts before we can get past those barriers that we place on ourselves, right? If we don't become aware of them, then we're not aware of them, okay? I'll repeat that again. If we are not aware of them, then we can't be aware of them. We are not aware of them, and they will continue to block us in the path, right? So look at all the obstacles, right? And for me, for example, is I've just been out for a run, right? Now, a couple of years ago, I'd make excuses. I'd say, look, you know what, it's too cold, or I hate running. It's too cold, right? And I'm actually surprised how many of clients I work with who actually have these same reasons and excuses as me. I used to think this was just me, right? Oh, I'm Italian, and Italians don't like the cold. I'm used to a warmer climate. But like, it was excuses, right? Stories that I had made up in my head, stopping me from going out and doing the things that I wanted to do, the things I needed to do, and stopped me from actually enjoying it, right? The whole time, if I try and go out running, oh, I hate this because it's too cold, okay? So we must bring these thoughts into awareness, these limiting beliefs, because here's the thing, if you want to change your behavior, right? When your behavior conforms to your beliefs, right? What you are believing to be true, your behavior conforms to that belief, okay? So we must look at these beliefs, right? And you know what I mean? Like, why, like, how can I get past this, right? Well, here's the thing, if you want to get past a limiting belief, you have to go out and do it anyway. Just go out and do it, right? No time, okay? Just go and do it anyway, right? Too cold, all right? Just go and do it anyway, right? You have to go out and just do it, right? Because here's the thing, we're all going to have limiting beliefs in life, right? It's normal, right? There's nothing wrong with you, okay? You're a human being, okay? I'm a human being, everybody's a human being, right? Nobody has achieved success in life without carrying limiting beliefs, right? Without experiencing self-doubt, without experiencing all these obstacles and barriers, and without having to overcome mental barriers, okay? So listen, I hope that helps. One, visualization, okay? Visualize a goal, get clear on where you want to go, attach some emotion, visualize it, see yourself where you're going, because if you can't see where you're going, how can you get to where you want to go, right? You don't know where you're going, right? It's like popping in a sat nav, a destination. You'll never get there if you don't pop the destination in and the starting point. Number two is awareness of wrongdoing is the first step of salvation, okay? Using the mind to power your results, okay? Peace.